I just finished eating like literally my last spoon. Unless I scrape this up. And I was gonna literally show what I was gonna eat. Talking about like I know how to cook. When I use this food right here, this should look good because it was good. And I forgot. And I finished eating it, and right now is when I remembered. That's the intro. Okay, so I thought I liked this lighting because I'm finished and eating, but I'm like, dang, you see the lines? You see my age. But I don't give a damn. So what this video is gonna be is about the moon being a soul trap. This was sent through a message on TikTok, and it sent me down a rabbit hole. So like, you know, the question was basically, how do you feel about the moon being a soul trap, right? The concept is you die and you see the light we've always been told about, but the light is the moon, and if you go towards it, you are trapped to reincarnate. Okay, the other side. Okay, so the one side is the moon, and then the other side, the sun, the universe. If you choose that way, you go back to your original state, like your oneness, like wherever your energy is supposed to be, right? It's like the reincarnate is a trick because they make it feel that that's the most important loop to be in, to learn and master whatever story they give you, to stay within this matrix, what they call, what we call it, right? So why would you want to stay stuck there? So that's the whole trick. So the whole thing is that you see the light, walk towards the light. When you see the light, just walk towards it. Don't worry about nothing, just go towards the light. So they push that so much. Why are they pushing that? So that's the whole thing, right? And the whole is like pushing it because that's a trap. So let me get into my rabbit hole. So then my next thought was like, oh, wait a minute, that's a meditator and that's a full moon person. And when I go out and I'm like sitting with the moon and just vibing with the moon or whatever, I'm tapping into energies as well. Like, so am I tapping into energies? Like, that's funny because moon is all about emotions linked. That's labels of emotions. So like, it's just funny, like soul's trapped and what, because like if there's soul's trapped, there's energy, and if I'm like focused on that energy, on that moon, that's energies that are there. Like, come on, like really, if you to believe something is to really think about it. Okay, like think about what it is, right? Okay, so now get this. So I'm gonna insert a picture because there was a lady talking about that a scientist studied dying patients and they all lost 21 grams of weight, and he narrowed it down to being the weight of the pineal gland. Like, he was doing some research on people on how they pass or whatever. I don't know what the specific reason on what, but something about passing, he wanted to weigh them. I don't know if he started that he was specifically doing to see how much the pineal gland weighed, or he just got to that. I don't know. So that's why I'm gonna answer the thing, because I forgot. So like 21, right? Okay, so now, so if that pineal gland weighs 21. Now the backstory to the moon, I don't know how long ago, but supposedly our moon from our Earth got eliminated, right? And then they got a new moon from a 21 planet solar system, and it was the 17th planet, and they brought it to ours. Now when my rabbit hole on that was like, shit, bro, because if it's true, right? My brain works that this is true, then that means they had to take our moon that was for our being, because it was us, we're the moon child. It's like we're just creatures of the moon, mother nature, all that, right? So our moon is not gonna be against us. It's like, what the no, you're not gonna control my child. I want my child to be wild under my moon, so I could heal and I could release and I could help them release. I could, the moon force. So whatever they said, the moon's like, no, rejected it. Like, no, we're not doing it. So they had to kill off our moon. Like, that should concern you, right? So then they had to go to another system and get one, and they put it in ours. And then because how I feel, if this is true, because that moon, they could do what they were trying to tell our moon to do, that our moon said no. So they picked another one that was like willing to do it because it has no attachments to us, the moon. But they needed the moon, because why didn't they take any other planets? They needed the moon, because what's one thing that we act upon? Emotions. They needed the moon.